Okay, welcome to the station wagon. Many of my followers have enjoyed my updates from the car when I had my brother-in-law's Lincoln Navigator out on the road, but we're back to my 1991 Buick Roadmaster estate wagon. You're welcome. Lots of stuff going on. Updates on the Patriot Street Fighter Tour. As I said, I'm not going to break any news here. Scott's going to do that on the Patriot Street Fighter channel. So I highly recommend staying tuned to the videos he's making. Even if it's just for the first few minutes every night, you're going to get all the information there. I'm just recanting it here for anybody who may have missed it. So there was a thought about starting in New York on September 11th. Long list of reasons why we're not going to do that I'm not going to go into, not the least of which is security. But we're going to be starting probably around the last weekend of September out of Dallas and going up into the high country, Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, maybe even hit South Dakota again. Mostly we're going to be hitting states that we haven't hit yet. That schedule is not released yet. We don't even have it yet to release. So we're working on it diligently. Mickey Clan, who a lot of people have seen on the Patriot Street Fighter channel lately, is not just an amazing gematриator who puts together videos about Bible verses and Trump Q drops and combines them with astronomy and gematria, but she's also an incredible businesswoman. And she's Scott's new business manager. So she's put together an amazing team to help us book this tour. We've got a lot of our old team back. Dennis, head of security, and Justin, bus driver and chef. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're all excited about it. Stay tuned for more information coming out pretty quickly over the next few weeks as we get rolling. But that's not, once again, I give you guys that info to get you to listen to messages that I'm asked to pass on by my boss, the one and only creator. And, there's a lot of people out there lately freaking out. It first started to occur to me because of gematria, which I've gotten into because of Mickey Clan, because of -48 and Sabrina Gal and a bunch of other people that Scott has brought into my consciousness. And to me, gematria has really helped me. For those who don't know, it's a language of numbers. A equals 1, Z equals 26, and each letter in between has the corresponding number value. You add up different phrases and words, and they come to certain numbers that correspond with other phrases and words. And you're able to put together a story, almost a poem, and it's literally God's language. God's been talking to me, the angels have been talking to me through numbers my whole life. I just never had a language to assign to it to more clearly understand the messages. I get the messages because I get the feelings, but this has helped me a lot. Now, there's a lot of people that say, I don't get it, prove to me it's right. I have an analytical brain. You can't prove to me that that's right because I could pick a dark phrase or another weird phrase with the same number system and I could make it mean whatever I want. Yeah, well, that's true. But the question is, from where are you choosing those phrases? From where are you choosing your thoughts? Are you doing it from your mind or are you doing it from your heart? My last video was all about that. Look inward. The answers are here. You want proof out there? The proof isn't out there. The proof is in here, in your heart and soul. We each have a piece of God within us. That is where you prove things to yourself and to others. Mostly to yourself, right? And then when you do that, when you journey inward, you start to see that there actually is proof out there, but only if you start from here, through the lens of inward. So I can pick and choose anything from my mind and turn it into a dark and twisted thing, but not from my heart. The mind can make anything up. The heart knows the truth immediately. And that's the filter through which I look at gematria. And anything else. People are like, well, prove to me that the military is in control, or Trump's in control, or JFK Jr. is alive, or whatever. Prove it to me. No. I mean, basically what you're asking when you're saying, prove gematria to me, prove it to me that any of this stuff is real. Prove to me that I should have faith that God wins this war without seeing the 3D proof in front of me. You're asking God to prove itself to you. And pardon my language, but who the fuck do you think you are? I mean, come on. You're asking God to prove itself to you? Maybe the reason you're not seeing things happen faster and you're not seeing the proof more in your consciousness is because you've got it backwards. God doesn't need to prove itself to you. But maybe you need to prove yourself to God. Maybe you need to prove that you're serious about wanting to be sovereign and wanting to be free and wanting this world to be a place of love and harmony. Maybe you're the one who needs to prove something. And instead of projecting that onto something that's the creator of everything, how fucking dare you? Maybe you're doing it wrong. Maybe you should again be looking inward, looking for the proof that God exists in there. And then through that, you'll actually be able to see proof out in the world of everything that people like me and Scott and Mickey and Negative 48 and people like that have been talking about. This is a war of good versus evil, of God versus the devil. When you say, prove it to me, you're letting the devil win. You're anchoring yourself in this 3D matrix, saying, well, in order to get out of the matrix, I need you to prove to me that there's something beyond the matrix. No. Fine, fuck you. Stay in the matrix then. What do I care? You want to stay in the matrix? Stay in the matrix. But don't fucking tell me I have to. And don't tell me that my friends have to because you're too scared to make a leap of faith, because you're too much of a chicken shit to walk by faith instead of by sight. Here's the thing. You need to get right with God, as we all do. We've all let this world turn and this matrix turn into something super dark and controlled by incredibly evil spirits and people and who knows what else, artificial intelligence and God knows what else. And the only way we fix that is to look inward, to reconnect with God, and to ask God for forgiveness